Back in 2002 or 2003 NBA draft, LeBron James was there. Of course, they had Carmelo Anthony and many other individuals that was being prominent in the NBA that had a promising future. And LeBron James came across this man named Rich Paul. Okay, now Rich Paul is an agent who actually founded Clutch Sports Agency, okay, back in 2012. And the reason why this is so significant because Rich Paul was an upcoming agent, man, very resilient individual from what I read, and he was selling Atlanta throwback jerseys out of his trunk back in Cleveland, man. And he sold it to LeBron James when he was coming up, and they later connected, got exchanged each other's phone numbers, and now fast forward, now he's pretty much been representing a lot of NBA players, man. And I just want to say this, like the NCAA is having a different, I guess, certification process for to be an agent. In other words, that you have to obtain a bachelor's degree, and with that bachelor's degree, you got to at least have some type of experience, internship or whatever, 3 years at the NBA or some type of professional level in order to represent up and coming new NBA professional athletes. Now, with this is very it's going to restrict a lot of NCAA players. Now, I'm going to go from both ends. The good thing is this: yes, if you want to move a comprehensive way, that yes, you want to set your players to be very successful financially, because they're going to need an agent. Most definitely, they're going to need someone that's going to advise them to be successful and be accountable for their finances. Okay, because not only that, their time is going to be dedicated into their sport and perfecting their craft, and then you got these fans, and they got to be mentally ready, emotionally. You got people in the stands saying, hey, when wearing your jersey, or want you to sign different things, you traveling back and forth, may experience some type of jet lag, and then you might not really have taking the time to read investment books, or just have people in your corner that's actually qualified to know what to do in order to make, when you have this large sum of money, when to have the ability to go to a different team, when to move to a different state, or when to, of course, request a trade, or just think about just getting to a different position, or how their health is, the health insurance. It's all kinds of things and briefs that these NBA players and any professional athlete needs. But the only thing is, people think this may be really racially motivated. I don't know, it's up for to debate, but it's kind of sad that how Rich Paul, like, even though he's the individual that really made, they trying to make an example of him, that he shouldn't be an agent for LeBron James, but he made something out of himself, came out of the hood, and he was very hardworking. But that's going to trump that if you don't have your credentials. A lot of corporations, like, if you don't work for a law firm, even though you may be super, super good, super resilient, you can debate, you can really educate yourself, and you're just pretty much proactive, man. You're getting it out there, and you're very articulate. At the same time, if you don't have those credentials, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to hire you because you don't have a piece of paper. And the only thing I'm getting at this is that in NCAA, all because that someone doesn't have a bachelor's degree, or someone that doesn't have the opportunity to go to college, but they actually understood the rules of the game and their hardest rights, and actually lead this player to the right direction in the future, how to understand how to write these different contracts, and how to what to say or what to do, and it's pretty much being their accountant and their spokesperson. They're going to be overlooked. And I think we just come into a society right now that, yeah, I mean, if you don't really have your papers with you, then it's going to be hard for you to actually gain employment. And this is the type of thing that, that's going to restrict a lot of NCAA players, even though what people fail to realize is that NCAA made billions of dollars, man, off these students, off these people, that's due to restrictions at the end of the day. I mean, when you work in the NCAA, yeah, I mean, you might not really have too much time to actually dedicate to your studies, because they generate so much money, man, off these sports. And you got some players, 60% of them do kind of graduate with different college degrees if they don't make it pro. But at the same time, I just think that, you're working really hard, and you finally made it to, the NBA or NFL, whatever. But I'm speaking from the NBA purposes, that, you're restricted to actually getting a full agent. With what I hope they still know that the reason why these players end up, getting their different agents, as far as like their family members, maybe their cousins or uncles or brothers, is because they trust them. You want to really create a team, an inner circle of people that you really trust, that you can really vibe with and connect with. All because someone has a bachelor's degree, it really doesn't automatically means that they have their best interests at hand. And I hope the NCAA really understands that. I don't know they're gonna really, because you got comedians like Kevin Hart, Chris Paul's been jumping on this, and LeBron James been going on to Twitter beefs with this type of thing. Though he actually used some type of humor, expressing his thoughts and his feelings about this. But I mean, I don't know what's their main goal of doing this, because at the end of the day, I mean, they still have a list of like agents that's still trying to test the waters, because they went to school for it, maybe they volunteer for little things, but they still don't know 100% of the game. They don't know what's really the NBA players net worth, or his main goal in order to be successful. And not just finances, and educating them and advising them to make the right decisions, man. It's pivotal in their career. And I think this is free of choice. Yes, we all make bad decisions. You got people that they graduate from fresh out of college or whatever, or they buy a car that they cannot afford, or finance a car they can't afford. Like they buy an expensive BMW that's like worth like $50,000 or $60,000, and their salary is like $45,000, and they making so many car payments to the point that they can't really save or create a good budget in order for them to be successful. Because once you keep thinking about your finances and all that stuff, it's really hard for you to be really proactive in the mission. You're going to be blind. And everyone makes mistakes. And it's up to certain people to actually own up to them. But I just think that from that aspect, I kind of makes sense. You kind of want people to actually have a general knowledge of what to do, what to advise, and how to direct a certain player in a different direction, psychologically, mentally, all of that, emotionally. But at the same time, I think it still should be a free choice, because we live in a world of innovation. You have Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, he went to college, but he didn't graduate from Harvard, and he ended up creating Facebook. And yes, that's up for debate. I'm not gonna go to the political aspects of Facebook and how it is, creates depression, all that stuff. But I'm just saying, for this example, that he's pretty much, he kind of set social media on the map a little bit, man. As far as connecting, a lot of businesses use social media. You got a lot of up and coming small business owners use social media like Facebook to market their products. You got Eric Ward, who was a network marketing expert. He uses Facebook to in order to publish his books, all different things like that, to market himself. And it's a good avenue, it's a good choice. It depends how you use it. And these are the type of interesting ideas. And I just want to sit up here and say that, a lot of, African Americans or people in general, man, they don't really come from a really a opportunity of like a household or an area, or have that pretty much that drift to go ahead and get a college degree. It takes a certain amount of people to really do those type of things, man. I mean, I just feel like, if you have the drive and the knowledge, man, and you're, and the resilience, and you're willing to take care of your people, man, and you just showing up and work every day, and you outworking that talent, it doesn't matter if you have a degree or not. But things are changing, and this NCAA's trying to really get to that point. But what they fail to realize too as well, that it's still, they still gonna find a way. It still be uncertified sports agents on the market, though, with no bachelor's degree. And so when you got all these incoming people, like 80 people going to the NBA draft, they still probably going to hire an agent that's really not certified in a way, and they still testing the waters on how to be proficient in their career. And it's pretty much going back from down square one from the NCAA, and that's one of the main reasons why they try to eliminate. And doing this, making this an example, I mean, I just think it's dumb in a way. But that's just me. Some people maybe agree with this Rich Paul situation here, but I mean, it's not. I mean, you got to think about it. Rich Paul, he actually represented Eric Bledsoe, John Wall, was making like $48 million, like these large, and he represented like over 20 NBA players and 4 All-Star players. Ben Simmons, Anthony Davis, Draymond Green, and of course LeBron James. And the fact that because they shouldn't be a sports agent because they don't have a bachelor's degree is pretty absurd to me. I don't know if anyone's going to really complain about this to the NCAA or right to the president of this, but at the same time, man, these NCAA players should have the free choice of whoever they want to represent. And yes, it may backfire, but at the same time, though, all because someone went to school doesn't mean that they're going to help you become successful. Because at the end of the day, people got mouths to feed, and people don't really have their hearts right to help others, man. And NCAA needs to change that, man. It's really being too restricted. But I'm just rambling on. I'm not going to ramble too much. But this is this is how I feel about this. I mean, it needs to be a little bit more organized on that though. But tell me what you guys think about this Rich Paul situation, man. You know, I think it's right, or this is racially motivated. I don't know, man. I just want to hear you guys' thoughts. But this is really pretty much how I feel about this, man. At the end of the day, man, I believe that you put your NBA players should have a choice to choose whoever they want to represent them. Okay? And technically, as human beings, we connect with people that we're comfortable with. You know, it's like going to a job. You know, all because my supervisor may have a master's degree, it doesn't mean that I'm going to talk to him about my problems. I might not connect with my supervisor like that. You know, I might not understand him. He might not understand where I'm coming from. I might not feel comfortable explaining, like, you know, like mental issues or things going back at home. I might want to talk to someone that I know, or he could be an individual that just have a high school diploma, and he can give me great advice. That's what I'm thinking. But you just got to think about the big picture here. You know, I just think it's really creating a lot of stress on these players here. And we don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the ultimate solution, that you got to at least have a degree in order to represent these players. But it is what it is. That's all I really have to say. It's your boy, Young Link Jr. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Thank you for your support. More videos are here to come. I'm out. Stay blessed.